Chosen ones, chosen ones, chosen ones. I hope y'all are ready. Okay, now, take a deep breath. Open your mind. If you don't open your mind's going to be blown. Okay, and right now, we don't need for your mind to be blown. We need it to be fully intact for what's about to happen. Now, I've been telling different, various zodiac signs that the whole energy, the whole era that we are living in right now is that whole eyes have not seen, ears have not heard type thing. This is the energy of the era. Why? Like I told you in a video a few weeks ago, we're tapping into new frequencies that have never been tapped into in human history before. Well, what's the result of that? Well, we're going to manifest things that this planet has never had before. Okay? And you guys have been chosen to tap into these energies and manifest these things for the first time. You are going to be the first. Now, there may be many who come after you. There may be many who do this thing after you. There may be many who try and fail or come up with a knockoff version or whatever. But you are being told you will be the original. You're going down in history as the original. This eyes have not seen, ears have not heard type era is going to create new types of leaders, new types of wealth, new types of like generational legacy. Okay, you gonna do something that I keep hearing it. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard for the very first time on this planet. And a big thank you. Another spooky, scary download is that, and it's not just a download. I just sometimes just gotta say what it is. Sometimes it is just experiences, right? And sometimes you don't want to share experiences because first thing one group will say, oh, damn, it's demons. And it's like, no, I'm gonna just be real. Other things, let's just say entities, beings, because if you say entities, people, oh my God. Okay. Other things want you to know they exist. Hey, how you doing? We here. And you have had the veil on your eyes. So if we can begin to start opening our minds to these concepts and the fact that these things are here and really happening, then you'll start seeing it even more. You'll be able to create even more, okay? Because now you're pulling from realms that we were not even told existed, okay? So let's jump into this. Let's just dissect this thing. Let's bring it on down. The whole point is you were chosen for this specifically to bring this in. Out of all of the new original things that have reached Earth for the first time, you're going to be the one to do it. I'm getting electricity. You know how once we discovered electricity, boom, we use it in so many different ways. You can make a lamp. You can use it to charge your phone. You can use electricity for the TV, for the camera. We figured out electricity up and down and left and right. But there was a point where they didn't even know what electricity was, right? This is where you come in. There is a whatchamacallit. There's a thingamajig. There's a what you call that right there? That you have to create. That you have to give it a name. That you have to decide, okay, up, down, left, right, we're gonna make a lamp, we're gonna make it this, we're gonna do it that. Okay, see, this is where you come in. This is where the chosen come in. To create something for the first time that maybe 50 million years down the line they're still using. But somebody had to create it first. That's you, shorty. All right, let's see. First oracle card. Blame. Honey, it say, I accept responsibility for my well-being. In the old world, oh man, we was victims, right? The demons was chasing us. Our haters was hating. And the enemies was enemying. They was doing all kind of stuff, right? And we had everybody to blame, right? We could blame the demons. We could blame the haters. We could blame the jealous people. We could blame all them people, right? Not in this new world. Ain't nobody to blame. You want to know why? Because we slayed them all and we left them in the past, right? So if you are in the state of being right now and you want to start receiving the downloads, you want the veil to be pulled off your eyes, you want the let's just say I keep saying the entities. What do you call these? Different tribes, different races of species, whatever it is you want to call it, okay? You're going to get your own interpretation when these things start to reveal themselves. But the only way for it to start happening for you is to bring yourself to a higher level of consciousness. And you can only do that by leaving lower states of consciousness, okay? If you've heard anybody say in the last few days something about moving, this is what we're talking about. Okay? You're moving to a higher state of consciousness, which is now going to remove the veil, which is going to show you the things and be introduced. Remember, I kept saying you're going to be introduced to the right people to do the right this and the right that. Surprise, spoiler alert, some of those people are not from Earth. I said what I said, but the point is, in order to get there, in order for the sacred information to be revealed, in order for you to tap into the frequencies that ain't never been tapped to before, you're going to have to go to levels of consciousness you ain't never been to before. You're going to have to go to spirit spaces you ain't never been to before, which means certain foods got to go, certain energies got to go, certain conversations got to go, sitting here talking about yesteryear and yesterday and what they did and how they messed you up and the enemies this and the haters that all got to go. I was telling, I forgot what sign, I think it was maybe Cancer or Libra. You're walking through to the promised land. And when you're walking past the threshold, you start to glitch. And you go into the promised land, but you glitching and electrocuting. And the gatekeeper's like, take the depression off. You take it off. Take all that stuff from the past. Take all your mistakes off. Take all of, because that can't cross over. Some of y'all want to cross over to the spirit realm and have these things revealed, but what I'm telling you is you can't cross over carrying all of that baggage. They're not going to let it over. It's like getting on a plane. You can only take that little carry-on. You're not bringing all that luggage on the plane, right? Because you can't go to those heights if we weigh down too much, okay? Some of y'all got energies and vibrations and you're tapped into frequencies that's costing you, that's weighing you down. You got to let them go so you can get to those higher levels of consciousness, okay? So in other words, can't blame nobody, all right? Let's see what else we get. Boy, I think we got this card, like literally every collective reading. Composure. Calm down. And you know what that does? It gives you a minute to reset. It's like breathe in, breathe out. And it's like a reset, okay? Now, we're starting over. Every time you feel yourself slipping back into those lower vibrational energies, give yourself a reset. It's like taking a deep breath and rising back up to the top of the ground, okay? You start thinking low vibrational, you're blaming people, the past is haunting you, your mistakes, your failures. It's like you're going underground. You take a deep breath, it rises you back up, and now you're on top of the ground, okay? Some of y'all need to have that visual picture so you can see how you fluctuate. You go up and you go down and go up and go down. Some of y'all need to stay here at ground level, stay grounded, and once you compose yourself, now you'll be able to rise or ascend through the consciousness, okay? You gotta relax. Some of y'all wake up hype every day, ready to, whether it's ready to go get somebody or hurt somebody or beat somebody up or take over the world, beat life up, beat this and do, okay? Relax, okay? All of those type of vibes are speaking right now. And you're being told ground those, okay? And for most of y'all, you've been told release those. Calm down. No more gotta take up, boop, boop, blah, blah. Nope, it's coming to you, okay? Relax. All right, what we got center of the reading for the collective? The Two of Wands. There's one key. There are two treasure chests. One of them holds the treasure. One of them is empty. Blame is in one treasure chest. Composure is in the other treasure chest. You have the key. What you gonna choose? Holding up the wrong card. What you gonna choose? Blame or composure? And this is you cannot trick the universe. You cannot trick these frequencies and those vibrations. You cannot trick it. It has to internally actually be genuine. This is why you can see people manifest and some people can't. Some people talk a good game, but don't seem to manifest. That's because internally, they didn't do the work. They did the physical work with their mouth, but the inside work that it took, that's where we start to manifest physically, right? So some of y'all have a choice. What are you going to choose? Blame or composure? All right, let's see what it is. What is it crossed by? Ooh, the Page of Swords. Okay, somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching you make this choice. It's so funny because this, even though those aren't keys, it's like a pillow and it's like somebody's presenting you with this choice. Okay, I'm also getting this too from like the other realm. This is the invitation. That might be the title. Probably not, but sound good. The invitation. So if there was any energy around, and I give it a title for what's coming to you. The invitation. The key is being presented, like the key to the promised land, the key to have the illusions ripped off of your eyes, the key to crossing over. These keys, this one key actually, is being presented to you. Okay? You have to make the choice. This is your invitation. Would you like to cross over and see the other side without dying? Would you like to know the truth that they hid for? Some truths been hid for hundreds of thousands of years. Or there's hundreds of thousands of years of truth that is hidden. Can you imagine the accumulative of knowledge over 100,000 years? Can you imagine how much knowledge and information over 100,000 years? This planet has been here longer than that. Where's all that information? Okay, you want to know that information? Where you going to put your key? Okay, it's here. You can tap into it. You can learn it. You can know the truth. All right. Ooh, whoa, this jumps out for the bottom, the deep root of things. This is about, come on collective, come on chosen ones. We got to walk away from the past. You got to walk away from the things that you thought were true, but as we starting to move forward, it's like, nah, I don't know about no Santa Claus coming through no chimneys now. I don't know about that flying through the sky on a sled with some reindeer. Okay, now start to look at some things, right? Truth starts coming in, but you have to walk away from the things that you've known. This is also walking away from, you know, traditionally speaking, people, but I think a lot of us have graduated to the point where you're able to separate energies. How you can interact and deal with the CEO or deal with somebody homeless and everybody in between without it shaking who you are, okay? Let's see, I want to clarify this Eight of Cups. Walking away from the things that you've known and walking away from the things that aren't going to help you cross over, okay? Oh, the Sphinx. What I tell you, that's this person standing before this Sphinx. The Sphinx has the power to open this door for this person to walk through, but this person has to stand there. They have to be on hold for a minute, okay? And this is what this is talking about. To me, this is clearly the depiction of what I just told you. You got the information, right? You have the choice, but you cannot cross over into this realm of consciousness with all of that other stuff. So this is a real good time to have some self-forgiveness. This is a real good time to forgive those who've hurt you and betrayed you. This is a real good time to step up from those low vibrational energies because literally you're standing at the door, okay? You don't want to walk into the promised land glitching and getting electrocuted because you got the wrong vibrations trying to carry over into a place you cannot carry those vibrations, okay? All right. Let's see what we have. Ooh, this jumps out for the recent past. That's the Death card. Okay, so a huge transformation. Not just with you individually, globally speaking, cosmically speaking. There is an entire change sweeping over all the timelines and all the dimensions. This is why we here on Earth are going to physically manifest things that we ain't never seen or heard of before. Okay? Because something has taken place. This is like a death and a rebirth. So there was the death of the old life, the old realm, the old timeline. We've crossed over, and now things are about to be reborn. Remember, I told you 150,000 years of information just in the atmosphere, and now it's reborn coming through our minds, the chosen one's minds, and then out of our mouth, and we give birth to it back onto the planet, and it manifests and sprinkles all over, okay? Yes, y'all, it's serious, and I love it. I'm getting all these downloads, all this information right around spooky Halloween, my favorite. Okay, let's see what's going on in the headspace. What's in that crown area? Woo! I said, what's in the crown area? Do you see that light illuminating? That's the magician. Boy, you about to get those ancient secrets of manifestation. You're about to learn how to use the elements. Just literally earth, air, fire, and water. Just those elements alone hold so much power and so many secrets, okay? And you're going to be able to tap in, okay? Imagine looking at some fire burning and all of a sudden you get a download. You know what I mean? Imagine it starts raining and all of a sudden you get to see something or know something because that water, that consciousness is right there. The consciousness is dripping on you. You think you ain't gonna get no answers? Let me go ahead and clarify. Why is the magician so important in the crown space? This is what you think. This is what you believe. This is how you manifest. Y'all ready for this collective? All right, chosen ones, let's get it together. You see that? Why is the magician so important in the headspace? Why is the magician so important for the crown chakra? I'll tell you why, because that's where the manifestations are happening. But looky there. That look like some anxiety. But then I'll tell y'all that can't cross over. So you have the power of your mind to do one of two things, right? Just like our choice. We have the power to stress, the power to reel over the past and the mistakes and the obstacles and who did us wrong and all our haters and every enemy and all the demons attacking us and all that low vibrational stuff. Or we have the choice to tap into our divine power, to tap into that Christ consciousness, to create things on the planet that ain't never been here before, to really be able to say abracadabra and boom, there's the manifestation right in your face and everybody else's face. This carries the vibration of eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, watch me pull a rabbit out the hat. But again, you got a choice. You got one key, two treasure chests. One of them is empty, one of them is filled with treasure. Whatever your thoughts are, wherever your thoughts are, that's what you're going to manifest. If you're in this state of constantly overthinking, thinking all of the illusions are real, then this is what you will manifest. But if we can focus here on the power of our own creations, the power of our own minds, very, very, very good stuff can come, okay? Major arcana. This is major, major, major point in human history. It's that deep, y'all. It's that deep. All right, let's talk about 30 days from now. 30 days from now for the collective body as it pertains to these vibes. Ooh, Page of Wands. You know what this is? This is the freedom of creativity and imagination, okay? Remember I was saying you got a choice. You got to pick the right treasure box. Looks like you will. You're going to use the magician, right? And that's kid stuff. That's child play. Nobody want to be no magician. That's what you say when you were a kid. Okay, cool. Now you're going back to being a kid. Why? Because this is where your ability to dance in theta takes place. That realm where you're going to do all the creating. This is your creative side. This is your fun side. This is your inner child coming out. This magician here is not some old person with a beard down to the floor. I know how we see like wizards and gurus and stuff. Nope. This magician looks exactly like you. And that magician has an inner child that is ready to play. They are going to use the paintbrush of life and paint a beautiful canvas, okay? Why? Because you have the power to create. Children create stuff straight from their mind. They ain't never had to see or know nothing before. They're going to sit down with their pen and paper. They're going to scribble all around and they're going to say, this is a farm, okay? And it's a farm. Can't tell them otherwise. That's what they see. That's what they experience. You're getting back to that same energy. What you see in your mind's eye is what you're going to manifest. And a lot of you guys will be manifesting things that eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. So it's looking like it's going to be real good. So that's what I get for the collective body here. But I am going to be taking this over to Patreon. We do need to be talking about the fears. This kind of stuff can be scary, okay? So let's talk about some fears. Then I want to talk about how you're being perceived or how you're going to be perceived when you start to create this whole eyes have not seen, ears have not heard type energy. When you walk in that era, how are you being viewed? Then we're going to talk about some hopes. And I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into the next 30 days. We know you're going to be creative. We know you're going to choose the treasure chest box that's filled with treasure and not as opposed to the one that's empty. And we know that you're going to bring some great things into the planet. But we need to dig a little bit deeper into that, okay? So we're taking it over to Patreon. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Make sure you head on over to Amazon. Grab a copy of my workbook and journal, Yeah, That Dream. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Head on over to Patreon for the extended of these vibes. And if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video.